nice. Right on, man. Hey, what's up, man? Good evening. Read my title. Hey, what's good, anybody out there? I bet you there's nobody out there from that community, that little number community, that's ever that can name one incident that was in the news that they successfully predicted and prevented with the Gematria. I bet you there ain't even one. There's no contention to what we're saying. There's not one Gematrian that can name one incident that was ever in the news that they ever predicted or prevented. Not ever, not never, not once. You can't even name one Jesuit that you've ever caught doing fake Gematria. You know what's so infuriating about it is that they're running the psyop, basically, and then they're all tricked about it. They think they're exposing the atrocity in Stockton and San Jose. Really? Do they? Really? How come they haven't used the Gematria to catch the perpetrators then? How come they've never caught one fucking Jesuit like they claim? Never. They've never prevented it, and they've never caught one of these motherfuckers. How come Quackery's not down there running around trying to catch the perp? Unbelievable. No, you know what's the most disgusting thing about it? I totally stand by my words. Zachary K. Hubbard is a child predator, and that's what they're doing. That's totally disgraceful and disgusting. That they're like vultures. They just wait till they find child death in the news, and then they fucking swoop down like vultures to fucking eat off the prey or whatever. Like, what a fucking bunch of scum. They don't give a fuck about those kids. I'm not really familiar with it either, and I don't know the people, so I'm not gonna lie and say I give a fuck about them either. But I'm not pretending to give a fuck about them. But these slimy Gematria cult child predators for sure don't give a fuck about nobody's kids. I mean, really? So why they care about these kids all of a sudden that died, but they're threatening my friend's kids? I mean, how the fuck does that make sense? On what fucking planet does that make a lick of shit of sense, you fucking scum? Fuck you and your fake Gematria cult. Go stop the fucking perpetrator, bitch. Go catch him, motherfucker. What a fucking joke. They're threatening my friend's kids on one hand, and then but they're exposing the child killing on the other hand because they love the kids. Yeah, fucking right. What's more likely is that Zachary K. Hubbard is the feds, is a narc, right? And he's doing some nasty ass fucking witchcraft, trying to stir people up about it to sell it, like he's selling the fucking death of kids. What a fucking scumbag. And then not only that, his stupid fake Gematria rhetoric, the real, actual, true purpose of it is to lie and cover up whatever the fuck actually happened so that the kids, the perpetrator probably gets away easier. Even if they did find him. Hey, what's good? Vecna 345 and Alal 97838. You look like my work. I don't know what the fuck. Are these unsolicited messages from using the calculator? From third parties? Unbelievable. Can you stay on topic? Like, I don't know who you're talking to or what you're talking about. We're talking about the slimy, disgusting child predator nature of Gematria as exemplified by their little death decodes of the kiddos. I mean, what a fucking joke. What a fucking bunch of fucking scum. If anything, what they're doing is covering up the truth of whatever actually did happen. As opposed to they're exposing the Jesuit psyop. Like, yeah, fucking right. If you were exposing the Jesuit psyop and all this murder and death and killing, how come you were doing sports fucking gambling fraud for the last, like, months on end straight fucking daily and not predicting this incident? There wasn't a specific enough prediction to stop or predict the incident or stop the incident or figure out who it is or who it was or who did it or anything. That's a fact. The fact is your gematria is totally fucking fake and totally fucking worthless, and so are you, and fuck you and your gambling fraud. Fucking scumbags. They're like literally child predators, these gematrians. They would do anything to make up a slimy story and overlay it on a child death story in the news. Oh, and we gotta give we're talking about gematria. We have to give I have to do this. This is the disclaimer. Gematria is for only 18 plus, as it says in black and white on policy 9 on the Gematrianator calculator. Unbelievable. Here, we'll play it real quick just because we have to. Hold on. Sync my tablet. Huh? What do you mean, huh? Listen very carefully. Listen. Zachary K. Hubbard is a child predator, and the Gematrianator calculator is not safe for children under fucking 18. That's a fact. Look, and if you don't believe me, listen very carefully. The reason why Zachary K. Hubbard and the rest of the Gematria Ku Klux Klan cult of fucking child predators is doing decodes like fucking vultures swooping down when there's child death in the news is because they're covering up the story for the feds. Most likely. That's the most plausible explanation why these Gematrias are like threatening kids on one hand, and then on the other hand, they're like, oh yeah, we're solving the mystery. We predicted it. Quack!
Cuts with the $10 super cash app. Thank you so much, Cuts. Salute to you, man. I really appreciate this. It says, please show and read the
you're chilling. We're just big chilling. We're big chilling. You're on your boy Cuts One's channel, and for the last couple of years, unfortunately, after getting narked out and ratted on by fake Gematria snitch community, we've been exposing just how fake your fraud and your gambling fraud and your Gematria fraud it really is. And honestly, like, you people are super duper disgusting. You guys don't have a disclaimer that the calculator is not safe for people under 18. I mean, what a fucking joke. Listen to this. Listen very carefully. This is the disclaimer for talking about Gematria. This is the policy 9 from the Gematrianator calculator. It says that the calculator is not safe for people under 18 because they start getting spam doxed, harassed and threatened and frauded and slandered by people from the Gematria community, third parties.
Of these brick buildings in every major city.
My apologies. Real quick, Cuts with the $10 super cash app. Thank you so much, Cuts. Salute to you, man. I really appreciate this. It says, please show and read the Gematria Policy 9 I sent. The Gematria what? Let me see. Let me see. Okay, it says Miscellaneous privacy issues. It says you must be at least 18 years old to have our permission to use this site. Our policy is that we do not knowingly collect, use, or disclose personal or personally identifiable information about visitors that are under 18 years of age. You should also be aware that when personally identifiable information is voluntarily disclosed in the discussion forums or other public areas on this site, that information, along with any information disclosed in your communication, can be collected and used by third parties and may result in unsolicited messages from third parties. Such activities are beyond our control, and this policy does not apply to information. Any submissions to chat rooms or other public areas on the site are accepted with the understanding that they are accessible to all third parties. If you do not want your comments to be viewed by third parties, you are advised not to make any submissions. Ultimately, you are solely responsible for maintaining the secrecy of your password and or account information. Please be careful and responsible whenever you are using. Zach, you have a lot of explaining to do. That was from Cuts. Go ahead, buddy.
That's not my website.
Okay. Bob says,
That's
where
not
the
my
F do
website.
you find these
What a fucking
people?
quack.
Remnants of these brick buildings in every
Unfucking believable. So those solicitations from the Gematria community for underage people on the from basic use of the Gematria calculator could be actual like Gematria P3DOs targeting the kids, saying like unsolicited messages from third parties is like the pedo fucking weirdo that pops up in your kid's phone and they're like, hey there, how's it going? Do you know you want to do Gematria with me? I mean, what a fucking bunch of scum. How do we know that there wasn't Gematria involvement with all of these incidents? How do we know Gematria Predator doesn't equal your fucking same bullshit numbers you claim? What a fucking joke. Anyways, enough about the stupid Gematria. They're feds. They're covering up for like child death stories in the news for the feds and the CIA. And it's totally disgusting. It's some type of necromancy. And they're probably involved. Like somehow there's probably a... How do we know it's not a Gematrian on the loose? Like straight the fuck up. How do we know that it wasn't a Gematrian? How do we know that it wasn't somebody using the quackulator from Zachary's cult? How do we know these people's parents weren't you one of their parents or some random... What about one of the workers at the school? Could have had the access to the quackulator and then therefore compromised like all the kids at the party or whatever the fuck. Unfucking real. Yeah, no, there's no way in hell you can convince me that fucking Zachary K. Hubbard or any of these other fucking fake Gematria fucking scumbags gives two fucking licks of shits. Gematria shit-sickle sticks of fucking care about a child death. Like, no, they don't give a fuck about that. They're trying to beg for $1 is what's really going on. It's impossible that they give a fuck about what they're lying about. If they gave a fuck about what they were saying, they wouldn't be lying. And if there's any Gematrians out there, name one fucking of these stories that your so-called fucking community fucking ever fucking stopped or defeated a Jesuit or anything. They predicted it or stopped it or anything. Oh, you can't because there's none. There's not even one example of them predicting or preventing one of these atrocities in the news. What you can prove, though, is that their calculator is not safe for people under 18. And what you can prove, what I can prove, is that they have been actually threatening kids as young as babies. The Gematria cult has. And according to their calculator policy, they're allowed to, I guess. So yeah, this stuff is totally sick and disgusting. But anyways, I'm not going to dwell on it. It's not a big deal. I'm the type of person that would like try to, I would, if there was some incident like that in my vicinity, I could do like a man on the street and report about it, or try to help someone, or I don't know, make sure the truth prevails or whatever. I definitely wouldn't never put like a child's name in the calculator, or try to fraud the story with fake gematria and say it was the Jesuits when there's zero proof of that. There's not even proof that your gematria is gematria at all. Sorry, I'm just trying to roll up a little joint, kick it and smoke one. I like to think that I would try to help someone if there was ever an incident like that was like affected or needed the help or whatever I could do. Or just like corroborating the story or something, so that some fucking cult like fake gematria doesn't come along and just be like, oh, it's Jesuit this, Jesuit that, and fucking look at all my quackology. Name one fucking gematria that fucking stopped, predicted, or prevented one of these incidents. If these fucking fucking coward lying shells gave a fuck about any of this shit that they claim, they wouldn't have been sports gambling straight for like the past like years on end every day. And no, tying child death into news and comparing it to fucking your sports gambling garbage, that's not legit what the fuck soever at all. That's disgusting fucking level of showbag rat trash. Well, thank you so much, Christian in my chat. Whoever the Christian is in the chat. At least Christians are like sincere about this type of stuff. Gematrians are totally fucking disgusting cult. They're like preying on... Dude, they're sitting around sports gambling all fucking day and night for the last like months on end, just waiting for a child death story in the news. So now they're back and more popular all again. All of a sudden, because they can say Jesuits did it or whatever, they're fraud. But they didn't predict it. They didn't fucking prevent it. They didn't use gematria to find the perpetrator. If anything, for all we know, the perpetrator was using the calculator to like triangulate the kids. I mean, unfucking believable. And then so Quackery could come and fraud the entire story, and then nobody will ever know what the fuck actually happened. I don't know. Maybe there's more info out on it than I'm aware of, but I don't really give a fuck. I have to work. I don't really I'm not gonna sit around and read all the, like, dwell on all this fucking, like, news. And then if your premise is that you don't even believe it's real, then what do you give a fuck about it anyways? Like, unbelievable. Saying it's fake and that, but the Jesuits did it. I mean, that's kind of like frauding the story. That's like frauding the story of whatever actually happened. That's not great detective work, getting to the bottom of it and finding the killer and the fucking predicting and preventing. It's just scumbag shit. You're like using child death stories in the news to sell sports gambling fraud to kids. I mean, you people are fucking scum. Gematria is like Pizzagate, basically. Absolute scumbag garbage. Shame on you fucking Gematria community people for perpetuating this garbage. Curse on you fucking scum. Fuck you fucking scum. They're sitting around all day sports gambling, patting ass, fucking like hooting and hollering, like, yeah, congrats to the winners, congratulating, and but really they're just waiting for a fucking child death story so they can hoot and holler and congrats to the winners. Like, what a fucking bunch of scum. Unfortunately, it wasn't the quacks. You know, they got quacked the fuck out. In a perfect world, they would have caught whatever the fuck happened. They would have caught the quacks for doing this fucking fraud fucking bullshit. These motherfuckers never caught a Jesuit doing gematria. That's a fucking joke. All that sports gambling money, how come they don't go catch the predators? I mean, it's unbelievable. How come Quackery's not out there, boots on the ground, quacking in code, catching the guy? No, that sure enough, so this is how they're frauding the story. They just do their little decode. They say it was the Jesuits and there's no hope and nobody could ever catch a Jesuit. And then they, like, sure enough, the next thing, or like even an hour, 45 minutes, and 2 hours later, the next day, they're back at it, just sports gambling. I mean, that goes to tell you fucking all you need to know about gematria. Fucking rat trash. So on one hand, the Gematria Ku Klux Klan goes around and targeting men, women, and children and threatening them, including babies. But on the other hand, they love the dead children. They loved them. They're exposing it was the Jesuits. Like, unfucking real. So if the Gematrians followed through on their threats against children, that wouldn't be the Jesuits, or it would? Like, it's unbelievable. You guys understand the disconnect here? Do you guys understand how disgusting that is, what I'm explaining? Absolute rat garbage. Shame on you fucking scumbags. They're like, woo, they accidentally make a congrats to the winner video, and then it's like, also the Jesuits died. They killed the kids. They're like, yay, we win. We predicted it. Congrats to the winners. It's unbelievable, just because they've been rambling about fucking lying about numbers and saying it's gematria the whole time. That doesn't count as a prediction, and that's certainly not good enough to catch the perp, or the government doing it, and it's certainly not good enough to stop it. Unbelievable. Your predictions are fucking garbage. You weren't doing fucking predictions about psyops and mass bang bang incidents. You were doing fucking fake sports gambling fraud fucking garbage. Isn't that right? Oh yeah, that's right. Unbelievable. How come they didn't how come they didn't warn us a couple days before when they were frauding on CT stream? It's unbelievable. They always go there and try to teach gematria. Why didn't they fucking make an exact prediction? Like hella shook. They're like, there's gonna be a party in a couple days, and I think that there's gonna be a bunch of kids that get shot. And we've been tracking this little group of Jesuits that we think are gonna do it, or whatever. Like, unfucking believable. No, they didn't do that. They just tried to fucking snitch, and then fraud, and then sell gambling fraud. I mean, straight the fuck up. Shame on you, fucking scum. Literally snitching. Dude, these people would snitch on a baby. They probably did. Zachary K. Hubbard probably snitched on that party. And that's how, probably it was like a Gematrian, probably. Unfucking believable. You guys aren't me, and what I'm saying might sound like kind of wild and crazy or whatever, but if you were me and you fucking seen some of these death threats that these Gematrians do, you wouldn't have a shadow of a doubt in your fucking mind that Zachary K. Hubbard is a child predator. I mean, you would think the same, you would understand exactly what I'm saying. The way that they were threatening me and others and people I know and people that I know's kids. Dude, it's impossible that your fucking cult isn't a fucking child predator cult. It's impossible. It's impossible that you give a fuck about child death in the news. Fucking possible. You can actually tell that Zachary K. Hubbard is a child predator if you listen to his voice. If you listen to the tone in his voice on his stupid fucking child death video or whatever the shit he's selling. He comes on with the under the soft, hey, we're back, True Seekers. I just wanted to fill you in. I was right. He's like, I won. We won. We predicted child death. Jesuits. I mean, you people are fucking scum. You can tell that's a slimy fucking weirdo fucking weasel cult piece of shit. Oh, and by the way, I was gonna actually show you guys something else about their rhetoric, their Kabbalah rhetoric. They're like, 52 is like the Kabbalah, quack, or whatever the fuck. The problem with that rhetoric is that there's 3 different types of Kabbalah, and you're using the wrong one. Let me look. Let me show you guys. Let me see which Kabbalah they're actually talking about, because you know what? I can use fake gematria to prove that you're lying about the Kabbalah. Watch. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. And it has to do with this. Kabbalah, all right? So when they say that gematria, their fake gematria in English is from the Kabbalah, or it's like from the Kabbalah, and 52 this and 52 that. Look, this is what they're doing. This is how they're lying to you. All right, so if you look at this very carefully, what do you notice out of this? They're like, yeah, that's it, Cuts. That's what we're talking about. They're like, there's that 38, there's that 20, there's that 178, and there's that 52. Kabbalah, quack. But the only problem with that rhetoric is that it's wrong. You're lying. This isn't true. Whatever words and bullshit, they're like 52 this, 52 that, and like it's like the Kabbalah and blah, 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 blah. The problem with that is that the Kabbalah with the K is in Hebrew. That's the original one. That's the one that's like real, has real gematria in it that's actually Hebrew. And no, 52 doesn't mean Kabbalah in Hebrew. Or what any of the other words that they're claiming. So that, and by the way, remember I told you there's 3 types of Kabbalah. All right, so here's the Kabbalah with the C. Notice there's no 52 like Kabbalah. Kabbalah has different numbers for all the fucking different Kabbalahs. That proves it with fake gematria that all the different Kabbalahs are different. Doesn't it? And then look, here's the other one. Kabbalah. Kabbalah, Kabbalah, Kabbalah. And you got 4 different sets of numbers for all 3 different Kabbalahs. Except one of them, the Christian Kabbalah and the real Kabbalah with the K, has a 20 in both of them, but in different ciphers. So that doesn't really prove anything either. But the Kabbalah that you guys are doing, if your gematria was gematria, which, it's English gematria, it's some type of English gematria, but it's not legitimate, but it doesn't equal 52 in your gematria Kabbalah. So when you say that 52, all the 52 codes, it means it's like my fake gematria is like Kabbalah, and that means it's tied to the Kabbalah and it's from the Kabbalah. That's wrong. Because your fake gematria is from the Kabbalah with the Q, which doesn't have a 52 if you look. Kabbalah, Kabbalah, Kabbalah. And look, they're all different. Your fake gematria doesn't pertain to the Kabbalah with the K, because the Kabbalah with the K is all in Hebrew. Unfucking believable. I just debunked your fucking fake ass bullshit, fake gematria trash. It's not my fault. It's a cult. Like, just because you're too stupid to understand what I'm saying doesn't mean it's not facts. All day long, what I just showed you is facts. Notice that's how they're lying to you. Notice they don't explain what Kabbalah they're talking about exactly. They're just like, yeah, it's from the Kabbalah, and they'll use the one with the K even though it doesn't pertain to what they're talking about. Just because the number fits. Just because they wanted to find that 52. And you'll notice all these cults fucking do this shit. All these scumbag gematrians do this shit. They don't know any better, though. That's the sad thing about it. The quack just taught them this shit, so they fucking regurgitate this shit. They shit it out of their fucking mouth after quackery, like rhyme and repeat after me. And they just buy it, hook, line, and sinker. They're like, yeah, 52, like the Kabbalah. Super duper stupid. Kabbalah, Kabbalah, Kabbalah. What Kabbalah, Quackery? How come the other two Kabbalahs doesn't have any 52s? You're saying it's the Jesuits. The Jesuits would fall under the Christian Kabbalah with the C. If there was a cabal doing the Kabbalah that were Jesuits and Christians, it would be this Kabbalah right here with the C. That's the Christian Kabbalah. That's why it's spelled with a C. The Kabbalah with the K is the one that's all in Hebrew because it's been around for thousands of years before the other Kabbalias were invented thousands of years later. The Kabbalah with the Q is the one that pertains to what your fake gematria actually is, garbage from Aleister Crowley and Satanism and the occult. But the Kabbalah with the Q, which is where your gematria would be from, doesn't have a 52. Look, I see a 54 and a 45 and a 72 and a 162, but I don't see a fucking 52 like you fucking keep lying. And I'm not gonna like get that much into this, but I just showed you guys right there. But I mean I could show you their rhetoric where they're lying about this. They're like this and this and that is 52 like Kabbalah and blah 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 blah. And then you look at what Kabbalah they're using, and it's sure enough it's the one with the K. Unbelievable. Gematria people, the cult of Gematria with Zachary K. Hubbard, all those people, they're about as stupid as a fucking rat shit. I mean, what a fucking joke. Rat turd equals Zachary K. Hubbard. Oh, you know what else? I have a little code. I figured something out with using fake gematria. So, get this. You guys might get a kick out of this. So Zachary K. Hubbard equals what? 68 in fake gematria? And then, so I looked it up. I was like, well, that's really interesting. What does 58 mean in Gematria and Kabbalah and Quillipoth Gematria? Which fucking demon is it? The fucking the 68? So I looked it up. I typed it in. This is what it says. Look. So, because, here, I'll do that. I'll show you how I came up with this. And this is kind of a joke, but it just goes to show how stupid fucking gematria really is. Look. So you got Zachary K. Hubbard there. Equals 68 in gematria, quote unquote, right? So I'm like, 68? That's a little under 72. I wonder what demon that is from the Kabbalah. What Kabbalah fucking demon is fucking Zachary K. Hubbard, actually? So he looked it up. Let me see. The 68th demon from the Kabbalah or whatever. Watch, look what it says. From the Kabbalah. What is 68? What does Zachary K. Hubbard mean? 68 in gematria, like? Well, it's much like the 68th demon from the Kabbalah is Belial, a powerful king mentioned in the grimoire, the Lesser Key of Solomon, also known as the spirit of lawlessness. Belial is associated with lying, impurity, and seduction, and is considered one of the most notable demons serving Lucifer. Identity. Belial is identified as the 68th of the 72 demons summoned by King Solomon. Titles and roles. He is a mighty king in the hierarchy of hell, created after Lucifer, and rules the vessels of iniquity. He is also the spirit of lawlessness and the demon of lies. So, I mean, yeah, that matches Zachary K. Hubbard exactly. That's a perfect match. Zachary K. Hubbard equals 68, much like by law, the fucking 68th demon of the fucking Kabbalah, you know? Unfucking believable. Do I believe in all that garbage? No. It's Fruit Loop fucking fraud conspiracy theory rat trash garbage. Especially when you... It's like, I don't disbelieve it in like reality, but like as far as the fake gematria and the conspiracy theories, yeah, that shit's all totally fake. Am I saying Zachary K. Hubbard is Belial? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Is it real? You're the one saying that it's real. According to your rhetoric, you're Belial. Belial. The Beliar. I don't believe in that fake gematria, but according to your fake gematria, I mean, Zachary K. Hubbard is like the 68th fucking demon from the Kabbalah. Exactly like what it describes him as. Fucking unbelievable. Belial. Hubbard is like Satan. I mean, it's like Lucifer. It's like a fucking demon. Do I believe in demons? No. Well, not until I met Quackery. I didn't really believe in fucking demons until fucking Zachary K. Hubbard. I know for goddamn for sure that motherfucker's a demon. Like straight out of fucking hell. B-Lol is like the one with the Gematrianator calculator going around and like using the quackulator to like try to target people's children by lying about gematria. Like, what a fucking joke. Zach's probably just using that story to stir up the emotionality of the gematrians to try to like, it's like a little like a little gematria test for Zachary to see who has kids. I mean, so he could target them probably. What a fucking joke. And I'm not really like a big Pizzagate conspiracy theorist either. I'm not like really into like the whole, all of this shit. Like, I'm pretty sure most of this type of stuff is shit they just make up and exaggerate to fraud people with. Am I saying that fucking Epstein wasn't a big predator? No. Was he a Jesuit? No. So why would you lie and say it's the Jesuits? It's a big Epstein Jesuit number ritual quack. I mean, unless you're like in cahoots with Epstein and you're trying to like fraud and rat on people and figure out who might even have kids. I mean, unfucking real, dude. These people are fucking scum. That's fucking sick and disgusting and sad that people don't understand what we're explaining. What a fucking joke. Shame on you fucking conspiracy theorists. Shame on you truth seekers. Yeah, nobody has any rebuttal to what I'm saying because they don't even, like, they're brainwashed. They don't even understand what I just said, the truth. I just told you guys the exact truth, and you like, it's like sheep. It's like talking to sheep. You thought the sheep were bad when you were like a conspiracy theorist and you were half awake. Wait till you wake all the way up and you realize all the conspiracy theorists are fucking sheep. That's the real psyop, trying to give you false number associations, just like cults always do. Cults always do this garbage. They like brainwash you and like what Dianetics, and they like try to get all your secrets, and then they tell you fucking shit, mean shit in numbers that it doesn't, so they can trigger you with numbers. It's a part of MK Ultra. Like, I'm sorry, but fake gematria is part of MK Ultra. Which is also a part of the method of how they target people. They do all this slimy ass type of shit. They'll even use child death stories in the news to try to, like, I don't know, just whatever they're doing. Shilling, ratting, fraud, fucking, like, all kinds of fucking criminal garbage. Running a criminal gambling fraud fucking scheme. Put 2 and 2 together. The fucking criminal gambling gematria fraud scheme people are the ones that are, I can prove that they're like, they threaten children. And hopefully this information actually breaks. I hope it actually like escalates to where the point where the quack actually gets in trouble for what he's doing one of these days. Because that's ridiculous. They're threatening to shoot me in the head at my work and doxing me, but then they're exposing these shootings or the Jesuits every time. Really? How come you're doing that? Same shit then. Trying to incite some of shit like that against me. What, so you can fraud the story when it was like really a quack fucking gematria fucking tard that you fucking set up to try to attack me? And then if it did go down like that, then they would try to fraud me and be like, oh, the Jesuits, he was a very anti-Jesuit guy, and blah 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 blah. Jesuit. It was a very Jesuit day. This is a time from the days from the Pope. Blah 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 blah. And it's really the fucking cult of fucking gematria doing fucking sports gambling fraud. Who would have thunk? Go figure, a fucking sports gambling fraud scheme fucking cult would fucking be the actual ones doing the fucking rat garbage. Who would have thunk? Sports gambling fraudsters are all above board, right? Is that your argument? Like, what, are you going to argue with me about gematria, really? So let me guess, sports gambling fraudsters we should trust that they're all above board. And gematria is not Hebrew, it's Jesuits, and you can trust them. I mean, yeah, fucking right. Dude, gematria people, when we went to New York, I don't want to really say it too much, but there was a woman that brought her underage daughter. She dragged them along with her to go sell fucking gematria gambling fraud, and guess what? There was gematria people that were like partying with her and the daughter, dude, like the nights before. I mean, and then they frauded her and the daughter. Like, what do you think they're fucking up to? They're fucking child predators. Gematria K. Hubbard is a child predator. Zachary K. Hubbard is a child predator. I don't give a fuck what none of you fucking sports gambling fraud scheme fucking cult Ku Klux Klan bitch ass shows have to say. Fuck you. Fucking slimy, disgusting ass fucking scum. Come try it with me too, one of you fucking scum. And you better not make one fucking wrong move, motherfucker. Fucking rat trash pieces of shit. Fucking narcs. Fuck you, snitch, fucking gematria, narc, fucking bitch, fucking gematria, police, rat fucking F-words. Fuck you. Luckily, though, Zachary K. Hubbard is under investigation for gambling fraud, we found out, so he has been suppressed quite a bit. Thank God. Pray to God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, whatever you believe in, that one day, hopefully just pray that God will strike Zachary K. Hubbard down and expose him completely, and that he will, be brought forth to justice and given the help that he so desperately fucking needs. Like, straight to fucking prison or straight to a mental institution. Hey bro, if your video is still loading, how long is it gonna take? I would share it. I'm probably not gonna share it because it sounds like it's really long and it sounds like it's like sports based. And I don't want to be fucking like promoting any of that. Sports gambling has gotta be the most degenerate fucking like type of gambling. That's gotta be the most degenerate fucking slimy fucking scumbag fucking rat trash out of all of it. That's the scummiest one. I've never seen no fucking degenerate garbage on the level of the sports gambling fraud fucking scum community. I've never seen no garbage that's that fucking garbagey. And there's a lot of degenerate garbage associated with a lot of gambling. Even the mob isn't even that ghetto or like despicable, slimy and disgusting. At least they have like some type of code. They don't go after women and children like the Gematria cult fucking does. The slimy sports gambling Gematria cult, on the other hand, they're like actual child predators. And they're just allowed to do it, I guess, because it's in their Policy 9 on the calculator. I mean, what? You didn't know about Policy 9? Of course you didn't know about Policy 9. There's no fucking disclaimer. Anyways, I hope you guys are all doing well, having a beautiful, blessed evening. Hopefully, justice prevails and whatever the fuck actually happens gets rounded up and shut the fuck down by the authorities or whatever. But what we know for sure, we know that the Gematria is not going to stop this type of shit. The Gematria cult has never predicted or prevented one of these type of incidents happening in the news. Never. See what's in NPR.
And that kind of makes sure that prices don't go too high after that. It makes borrowing harder, people spend less, and prices in theory should stabilise. When you lower interest rates, that can also be good for the economy, it makes it cheaper for people to borrow money, businesses to hire, invest in the stock market, that sort of thing. The current chair is Jerome Powell. He has been infuriating Donald Trump for years.
I wonder what arithmancy equals in Gematria. Let me see if...
And according to Donald Trump, it's not being cut anywhere near quickly enough If it is Kevin Hassett who succeeds him, he is widely expected to cut interest rates like Donald Trump wants, may well lead to a stock market boom, which is also what Donald Trump wants.
Yeah, might also unnerve some investors that the central bank is less independent than it is meant to be.
Arithmancy 112, 49, 158, and 59. Oh, big Jesuit numbers.
Part of his past trip abroad as pontiff, having just visited Turkey. He will meet with traders and hear from
If they were saying that Satanists were doing arithmancy and all these numbers lined up, that would make sense. But for you to say that it's the Jesuits and they're doing gematria, I mean, you're just racist. That's not the truth. If anything with that number garbage is the truth, they could be doing the number garbage, but it's not gematria, it's called arithmancy, and it's not Jesuit, it's fucking satanic. It's Aleister Crowleyan, it's satanic. Aleister Crowley and like fucking Voodoo fucking Jones does arithmancy. Not gematria. Gematria is Hebrew.
Emphasizing on the common good and the right for the youth to come back to Lebanon and live in Lebanon.
If they just came out and changed their rhetoric a little bit and said that it was all satanic from Aleister Crowley and that it was arithmancy and the government was doing it, I mean, I could believe that. But for them to say that it's the Jesuits doing gematria, that's a fucking fraud. That's fucking pure fucking fraud.
And we do hope that after his visit, we push very hard for peace. We deserve a better life.
And even if you did say that it was Satanists doing arithmancy, like, you would still have to prove it. You would still have to catch a Satanist doing arithmancy or whatever you're fucking claiming.
And both of them emphasized on the peace and pursuing peace. And I think everybody is ready now to actually let down the destruction and pursue a peaceful life. I think his message, both messages, land on active ears, not deaf ears.
You'd have to catch the occultic, satanic individual that was doing the gematria code like you're doing. Oh, but you're not going to catch them because it's you. You're the one doing it.
The time of the visit is extremely...
That's why they're never going to catch a Jesuit doing gematria. They're never going to use gematria to catch a perp. They're never going to use gematria to predict one of these events. And they're never going to use gematria to catch a Jesuit doing gematria.
Despite some challenges that we are still facing, we emphasize on our role for progressing, for playing an active role in peace agreements in the Middle East, especially that we need our youth to come back. We need our youth to really act and work in the country so that this country lives prosperously.
I'm loading up the video. This is going to be epic. It would be epic, but our community of people that have actual like truth and understanding isn't very epic, which is sad. It's sad that there's not more of us telling the truth about the quacks. Jesus Christ, did they take the Hebrew off of the calculator? Like, unfucking believable. They don't even have the Hebrew on the fucking calculator anymore. Can't find the cipher? Dude, I better get off this fucking calculator shit. That's fucking ridiculous. And if it is all about the numbers, how many pop quiz, how many Gematrians would it take doing Jesuit Gematria to finally stop a fucking Jesuit from doing Gematria? Like, what is it going to take? 100,000? 200,000? 500,000? A million? What if we had 1 million fucking Gematrians doing Jesuit Gematria on the calculator? Then could we catch a Jesuit doing Gematria? I mean, will we catch 1 million of them? What a fucking joke. It's all by the numbers, by the code, by today. Yeah, no, they're never going to get to the bottom of what they're claiming, because what they're claiming is a lie. It's bullshit. It's fucking rat garbage.
The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the love. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner. The revolution will not be televised. You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and pop out. You will not be able to do it yourself on Skag and skip out the bid during commercials, because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox and Pol Pot without commercial interruptions.
The revolution will not be brought to you by fake Gematria.
The revolution will not get rid of the love. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner. The revolution will not be televised. You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and pop out. You will not be able to do it yourself on Skag and skip out the bid during commercials, because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution...
America is a killing
The only thing that would be epic is if those people that appreciate that video would come over here and like help us all out to get rid of the fucking quacks. That would be epic. The only thing that would be epic, it would be if they actually like woke the fuck up and started helping us try to get rid of the fucking quack fucking cult. Just showing how bad the sports gambling garbage really is just... not really doing much, but just making comedy.
Welcome back, Truth Seeker. This is Gematriaholics Anonymous. We live, we're outside. Gematriaholics Anonymous, here we are again. Time to expose the fraud that's Zach Hubbard. Let it begin. Gematriaholics all around, scamming, doxing, lying, harming the truth. Coming the truth. Come to the Gematriaholics Anonymous show. That includes Texas jewels, ultra worthless hoe. Buy a sky car, buy a scam. So Gematria is nowhere to be found, I'll be damned. Come on, Zach, come the bait is now. Your lies are bigger than a Texas cow. Reed Manley, P. Hall, Ellis, or Crowley, the Kabbalah, nothing about your Gematria to be found. We know you're grifting off the truth community. All we wanted was to unite community. Sit in your chair, call it rookie, call it sports game. The real men will fight off the new world order fame. Jesuits and not in the news and sports. Shut your fucking quacking face up. All you exit out, you know what's up. Gematriaholics Anonymous, we're living outside. Buy a fraud to Patreon now. Losing is the only downside.
Shame on you, Gematria community. You guys are preying off of fucking child death like vultures. Shame on you, fucking scumbags. If it takes child death for you to get your Gematria cult fucking numbers up, fuck you, fucking scumbags. That's what you need to fucking get your numbers fucking gaining traction. Fuck you. Fuck you. As a matter of fact, worse than fuck you. Curse on you, fucking scum.
Roll the fuck up and get a real job. Sitting on your ass all day. Forever my Gematriaholics love. Gematriaholics Anonymous, we're living outside. Buy a false Patreon now. Losing is the only downside. Bunch of frauds wasting their life away. Watching Zachary Hubbard knowing he's gay. Buy now, buy today. Congrats to the winners, that one actually won.
I want to see fucking Quackery again in my lifetime. I want to see his bitch ass so I could fucking flop his bitch ass out in the fucking curb.
Hey, everyone back that you fought in Zachary Hubbard. The biggest internet one. The amount of lies you say and stab others in the back. Two fake LLCs and 5 properties later. You're the biggest internet hater. I lied to everyone.
They should just come try to kill me if that's what they need to get their numbers back up. Come try it, you fucking scum.
Start a job. No one, you're supposed to spend failed predictions every single day. Gematria effect till they die. Gematriaholics Anonymous, we're living outside. Buy a false Patreon
wonder if there's a video about the different types of Kabbalah. Oh, maybe I should have to do I really have to do the whole Kabbalah teaching series again? The whole introduction to Kabbalah and Jewish mysticism? Dude, it's just too much. I already did all this research, and then they like ratted down the channel. Maybe this one, Kabbalah Origins, might be a good explanation of it. How there isn't just one Kabbalah
impulses is that by returning to a more and more archaic form of wisdom, we arrive at more and more
the
pure
Kabbalah
forms
of Christ,
of that
foundations
very wisdom.
of the Kabbalah.
Truth was a primordial revelation for which we now only glimpse it dimly, if at all. Thus, scholars, seekers, archaeologists are all driven by a powerful impulse to delve deeper and deeper into the past in search of the most ancient inscriptions, the most ancient manuscripts, and expressions of that primordial and thus pure truth. This impulse toward the primordial truth has never been more strongly felt than in the early modern period and during the Renaissance, where scholars sought out sages like Hermes Trismegistus for their wisdom to place philosophy and religion on a purer, truer footing, and esotericists like Ficino, Pico, Reuchlin, and Agrippa all sought a kind of magical reformation of religion and philosophy on that foundation. This impulse, driven also by the notion that Catholics, Protestants, and Jews shared in common a mystical, esoteric core to their religion, and reaching back to that core would in fact allow them a reconciliation of their faiths and a restoration of a faith most pure. For many esotericists and occultists of that period, that shared mystical core were the mystical teachings of the Kabbalah. But there was a small problem. The library of Kabbalistic wisdom was profoundly technical, composed in Hebrew, but also in the strange Aramaic of the Sefer Zohar or the Book of Radiance, and it was carefully guarded by communities who had faced centuries of genocidal Christian violence. But the last quarter of the 17th century would see the greatest attempt of making Kabbalistic wisdom accessible to the wider world with the publication of Christian Noor van Rosenroth's monumental Kabbalah Denudata, the Kabbalah Unveiled. However, those tracts were puzzling.
Is that the fucking Kabbalah that you're talking about that has your fake gematria in it? No.
Primer to Kabbalah. And that Kabbalistic primer would ultimately be composed by the esoteric philosopher Franciscus Mercurius von Helmont, and it was appended to the second volume of the Kabbalah Denudata. In fact, it remains one of the best introductions to the Christian Kabbalah, and it would eventually serve as the foundation for what would eventually become the Hermetic or occult Kabbalah of later schools of esotericism. Make sure to subscribe here to Esoterica for weekly explorations of topics in esoteric history, and if you'd like to support this kind of work of providing evidence-backed, free and accessible content like this on YouTube, then I hope you consider checking out my Patreon or some of the cool merch that we have on the channel. If you're new to the study of esotericism and you want to get the lay of the land and accessible and reliable texts, make sure to check out my study guide. And if you're interested in actual historical books, real historical books on the occult and the mystical, you can check out my Esoterica Rare Bookshop. You can find all those links in the description and in the pinned comment below. But let's turn now to a largely forgotten but profoundly important introduction to the occult world of the Kabbalah. I'm Dr. Justin Sledge, and
it's
welcome
from the Kabbalah.
to Esoterica.
It's from the Kabbalah.
History, philosophy,
fucking jokes.
And religion.
Notice so far in his teaching here that there's no fake gematria so far. Notice the so
As
far
early as the
everything he
15th
said
century,
doesn't match
Christian esotericists, starting
anything
with people
Zachary's
like
ever
Pico della
said.
Mirandola, came to the conclusion that the school of Jewish mysticism,
I'm trying to
known
show
as
the
the
people
Kabbalah,
like the
contained
kind of like the
crucial
history of the
secrets
Kabbalah
necessary
or
for the
whatever.
formation of both
And earlier I
Christianity
showed that the numbers for Kabbalah, Kabbalah, Kabbalah doesn't match in Gematria. Therefore, they're all different. According to fake gematria, even according to fake gematria, all the Kabbalahs, Kabbalah, don't have the same fucking numbers for their gematria, quote unquote. And you got the wrong Kabbalah when you're saying Kabbalah is like 52.
Core elements of the occult in the form of the Hermetic Kabbalah. Thus, scholars recognize three distinct.
You're talking about the Hermetic Kabbalah, which is the one with the Q, which doesn't equal 52. That's where your fake gematria emanates from.
Modern syntheses with Christianity, and finally.
And your fake, by the way, your fake gematria isn't even in the Kabbalah with the Q. Your shit is fake. Your shit's made the fuck up out of your asshole.
Which largely sought to appropriate Jewish Kabbalah to Catholic Christian theology in the
So the Christian Kabbalah, the one with the C, was a Christian attempt to like try to reassociate the Kabbalah with Christianity.
Into a contemporary occult practice, we must first appreciate Franciscus Mercurius von Helmut's 1684 Adumbratio Kabbalae Christianae, or the sketch of Christian Kabbalah, as a transitional.
Notice how Zachary K. Hubbard has never taught anyone anything about the real story about what he's even talking about, which is this shit, the Kabbalah.
The religious wars that followed, the desire to produce a universal Christianity, a universal philosophy.
Zach can't tell you what fucking Kabbalah he got his fucking gematria fucking from. Yeah, it's Pokemon, as CT calls it, I know.
Scientists. But the search for the ancient pure theology, or Prisca Theologia, had been dealt.
The search for the Prisca Theologia of the gematria from the Kabbalah would be in Hebrew.
None less than Moses. The wisdom of Hermes Trismegistus as preserved.
Dude, these people are stupid as fuck, bro. They don't understand what we're saying. These people are stupid as fuck. It's definitely a cult.
Just not the primeval wisdom once thought it was. Yet, esotericists held out hope, a hope that many placed in the preserved wisdom of the Kabbalah, said to have been hidden revelation accompanying the open, exoteric revelation of the Torah to the children of Israel. And with more and more text of Kabbalah being translated,
the real Kabbalah with the K is in Hebrew. Look,
had what they took to be theological confirmation of the
and even the Kabbalah with the K in Hebrew, there's like a bunch of them. So you need to clarify what gematria Kabbalah you're fucking talking about.
Of the Sefer Zohar, or the Book of Radiance, and the Kabbalah.
Is it from this one? Is it from the Book of Radiance and the Sefer Zohar? Is that the fucking Kabbalah you're talking about, where you got your 4 ciphers from?
Wrote the importance of the Holy Spirit, or of the divine feminine element in the Shekhinah, the concept of the divine son, the use of gematria, or mystical numerology and hermeneutics, the overall plan of salvation, key concepts of exile and messianic redemption. All of these seem to Christian mystics like von Helmont to represent a more primordial and thus purely true version.
Watch, notice this guy talks all about this stuff and explains it like to the T with academical research, and there's not one fucking mention of the fucking Jesuits. You stupid fucking scum.
Arguing that he was developing his Kabbalistic ideas in the service of converting Jews to a purified.
Yeah, the Agrippa cipher is like an English cipher of like trying to emulate some Hebrew gematria, and it's like speculative. Right.
Setting the stage.
And it doesn't match Hebrew. It doesn't match Kabbalah. It doesn't match gematria.
Achieved escape velocity from both.
Even the Agrippa doesn't actually match real gematria. The Hebrew from the Kabbalah.
Painfully briefly summarizing the core elements of the Lurianic Kabbalistic myth. The infinite light of Ein Sof contracted of that light into a near.
Dude, look how different this shit actually is from what Zachary K. Hubbard's cult claims they're teaching you. Look how different this actually is. Look.
Kadmon, the primordial spiritual human. And from the eyes, nose, and mouth of Adam Kadmon flowed further light, which formed in vessels to capture subsequent divine light. But those vessels were too weak to hold the divine light.
Dude, that Zachary K. Hubbard fake gematria, that's literally a cult lying to you, using religiosity like fake gematria, making up fake gematria to teach you that they're your gematria teacher. And it's not even a real rabbi. I mean, a fucking joke.
Metaphysically repair the world through the process of tikkun olam, through scrupulously following the Torah along with more esoteric reparations as laid out by the Arizal. Now, that's only the most.
Yeah, hey, you Gematrians, you're a stupid fucking loser troll. You don't understand what we're sharing.
Matt very much pretending to be the territory.
You're a stupid fucking loser troll, not us.
Myth are the concept of contraction.
This is actual research.
Shattering Shvira and the reparation process of Tikkun, especially by the shared actions of Adam Kadmon, the macro Adam, and Adam Rishon, the microscopic Adam, along with the Messiah as a kind of metaphysical bridge. Now, Franciscus Mercurius von Helmont was himself an extraordinary person in the history of esotericism, sadly now overshadowed by his father, the alchemist Jan Baptist, who actually coined the modern term gas. Yeah, gas as in like the noble gases. He got that actually from the Greek word chaos. In fact, he discovered carbon dioxide, which he actually called Sylvester gas. So a pretty important guy in the history of alchemy chemistry.
Oh my God, there's some research for Zach to steal and pretend like that he's been teaching the whole time. Oh my God.
Helmont. But Franciscus Mercurius was a strange polymath.
Watch the quack start incorporating some of this actual like esoteric knowledge into his rhetoric and be like, well, I'm Mercurius and gas and noble gases and quack and gematria and Jesuit. He's like, he was a Jesuit, a big Jesuit.
Specifically a language he could teach to hearing impaired people because it was natural to the structure of the mouth and the throat. An interesting choice considering, by the way, that he was arrested on charges of Judaizing by the Inquisition. So he was friendly from the Greek word chaos. In fact, he discovered carbon dioxide, which he actually called Sylvester gas. So a pretty important guy in the history of alchemy chemistry. And I mean overshadowed as in he is literally behind his father's portrait in the collected works of the elder von Helmont. But Franciscus Mercurius was a strange polymath. I guess we should be getting used to those around here. Strange polymaths are our type here at Esoterica. He was arrested and tortured by the Inquisition for 18 months. He spent his time in between being tortured to compose a book on Hebrew as the truly universal language, specifically a language he could teach to hearing impaired people because it was natural to the structure of the mouth and the throat. An interesting choice considering, by the way, that he was arrested on charges of Judaizing by the Inquisition. So he was friendly with
this is a Esoterica video called The Kabbalah of Christ.
He acted as a diplomat and a doctor.
Foundations of the Occult Kabbalah, and he's kind of talking about how the Kabbalah is actually Hebrew and that it got like occultized through Christianity and then into the occult, and explains like kind of the history of the Kabbalah, which the quacks fucking lie about.
Among the Greeks, he would now be counted among the stars. No small praise from a philosopher like Leibniz. But at his core, he was a committed Kabbalist.
Dude, notice the quacks never mentioned any of this shit.
And working with Christian Noor van Rosenroth, whose massive 2-volume Kabbalah de Nudata was and remains one of the most impressive publications of Kabbalistic material from original sources.
Dude, this shit like developed like this over thousands of years. It wasn't like just one day when they made up when the Jesuits made English and they put the Kabbalah and the Gematria into it. I mean, this is ridiculous, dude. There's actually an entire history of the Kabbalah kind of like evolving from Hebrew through Christianity into occultism.
But also some of the most
It's like unfucking believable. What Kabbalah are you fucking talking about? You got your gematria from the fucking Kabbalah Quackerjack box. Like, what a fucking joke.
Paul and the philosophy.
And nowhere in this whole history of this was it the Jesuits. Like there's no Jesuit Kabbalah. Look it up. There is not a fucking Jesuit Kabbalah. The closest thing to the Jesuit Kabbalah is the Christian Kabbalah, which is the Kabbalah with the C.
This anonymous track.
And then once you get to the gematria you're doing from the occult Kabbalah with the Q, I mean, you're in fucking Aleister Crowley cult fucking scumbag territory. Like you're in the fucking depths of the ocean with like a gematria fucking squid of fucking fraud.
Further, it's made clear that the tract.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about Aleister Crowley in the Kabbalah with the Q, and some motherfucker that was like raping his best friend in the desert and eating babies. I mean, you people are fucking scum.
And thus Jews would want to convert to this version of Christianity. Now, none of that is new in the least. Since the times of Pico, Christians had studied and appropriated.
Why does Zachary K. Hubbard lie about gematria and Kabbalah?
And they've deployed Kabbalah to both reform Christianity.
Zachary K. Hubbard equals 68, like the 68th demon from the Kabbalah, which is like Belial, a Beliar.
If you really want to get into those for a real deep dive on, frankly, the rather dark origins of perennialism, you should check out our conversation.
I mean, the 68th demon of the Kabbalah is a fucking demon.
Much more apparent than real, as I suspect, and as I hope to show you. But recall that Van Helmont had already been arrested and tortured by the Inquisition for the heresy of Judaizing. So he probably wasn't going to...
Dude, is your video just sports garbage? Like exposing the sports garbage? Because that's not going to translate very well onto my stream. I mean, it's funny for fucking stupid fucking sports gambling gematrians that think their gematria is better than yours. But, like, I'm trying to, like, really... This is Gematriaholics Anonymous. We're showing you that your gematria is fucking fake. And yeah, I mean, I get it. The sports expose humor is funny, but it's like, that's not the quality, the caliber of quality of research of character people that I give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about those people if they laugh about the sports or the sports codes are bad fucking expose videos, unless they come over here and understand what we're actually talking about and get it. Otherwise, like, I don't give a fuck. They could be there and laugh at the video, but dude, it's not helping, dude. Every time there's like child death in the news, the quack cult starts like, they start fucking partying, slapping ass, congrats to the winners, and like slimy, slithering, sleazy fucking fraud fucking scum fucking, like, they start gaining traction for fucking like rat garbage. I mean, this is dude, you people are fucking scum. You rely on fucking child death for your numbers to fucking rise. Fuck you fucking scum. Your gematria is fake and your gambling fraud is disgrace.
Because those Lurianic doctrines are just true.
Scum, I'm sick of
now,
these
of course,
scum.
Near the end of the text, Jesus is going to be revealed as the true Messiah. The Jews are all ultimately going to have to convert, etc. Standard fair stuff. But it's almost an afterthought in the text. An afterthought, especially considering that the three Kabbalistic doctrines which the Christian philosopher seeks to prove to be true...
Dude, what if Quackery's fucking baby was at that party? It's unbelievable. Would he sell it? Would he say it was the Jesuits? Think about it. What if the Quack's fucking child ended up at one of these parties in the news or whatever the fuck? Would he fraud the fucking story of his own fucking baby for fucking more money? Yeah, he probably would. He's a fucking scumbag.
For just a second. The task of the book is to prove that Christianity proves the truths of these Lurianic doctrines. Divine contraction as opposed to creation from nothing. The origin
Yeah,
of
kick
evil
that
as the shattering
motherfucker
of
right in the
vessels,
wall.
and that whole
Don't get me wrong, I appreciate what you're doing, and I'll probably listen in if it premiere features, but it's kind of infuriatingly stupid that the fucking people, they want to go laugh at that, but they don't get it what we're actually saying. I mean, unfucking believable. It's fucking sad.
theurgy via Adam Rishon and Adam Kadmon.
Yeah, it's funny to look at his stupid fucking fake sports gambling fraud on fucking his Patreon. I mean, yeah, it's goofy and stupid and funny and goofy as fuck, but it's really not helpful unless they're like helping us out actually getting rid of the fucking quacks.
Von Helmont attempt to pull this off. He does so by dividing the discussion into 4 topical sections defined by distinct metaphysical moments in the Lurianic myth cycle, what they call the primordial institution, the phase of
Until fucking Quack is just smashed into oblivion, it's all just, I know, just entertainment.
shattering of the vessels, what von Helmont calls the modern constitution. This is the process of redemption, especially the defense of the notion of Gilgul or reincarnation. And finally, the supreme restitution, or the threefold process of the messianic redemption. Let's take a look at these in turn, somewhat briefly. You should read this text for yourself, honestly. But what he's attempting to do here is create something much more of a Christian Lurianism than any kind of accommodation of Kabbalah to Christianity. First, the primordial institution is concerned with the process of creation through contraction.
We'll play it when your video premieres. I'll share it. We'll put it on my stream. It'll be on both your premiere and on my stream. Because I mean, dude, if you spent all fucking day long making that, I'll share it.
From which all
I just don't like it how they'll all gravitate towards that because it's like sports gambling garbage. But then when we're actually getting to like the meat and the potatoes of fucking exposing the fraud cult of fucking Gematria, all those motherfuckers scatter like fucking roaches. They scatter like fucking roaches when we actually try to debate them on the fundamentals of their Gematria.
Methodology by which he demonstrates that Kabbalistic ideas are
Motherfuckers scatter like roaches.
Such that allegedly Jews will feel comfortable converting to his version of Christianity. Of course, von Helmut's agenda is, as I suspect, and as I pointed out a moment ago.
Okay, here it is. Oh, it's going to be in 9 minutes. All right, we'll listen to Esoterica explain the Kabbalah for 9 more minutes. And then we should be good. Yeah, to show Quack losing Gematria gambling fraud. Quack! You guys do like it when we make fun of the Quack, though, for like losing and all the gambling fraud? Hold on. Let's see. Kabbalah lecture. 32 minutes.
Wait. Powell stepping down? Nah, he's staying put.
Christianity. Of course, von Helmut's agenda is...
Dude, even the Esoterica channel, this guy's not like a real Gematria rabbi. And he's like a certified... He's a professor and a scholar. And he reads through all the books of all of this shit. Like all the Kabbalahs. And even Esoterica guy, the guy from Esoterica, even he doesn't fucking claim to like teach Gematria. Because he's like, I don't know. It's very... He's like, you need to consult a rabbi to learn fucking Gematria properly in Hebrew.
Profoundly different between the two faith traditions. Now, this is a very...
But he does explain the Kabbalah and like the whole history of it and all the shit you guys talk about, esoteric knowledge. This channel explains it like to the T. And there's no Jesuits, and there's no fake Gematria, and there's no sports gambling. Go figure.
Details of various entities that emerge from the primordial contraction. First, the primeval human, or Adam Kadmon, which he identifies with the eternal Christ. The Sphirot and their configurations as countenances, or Patsufim, which he identifies...
If Zachary K. Hubbard is teaching Gematria from the Kabbalah, how come you've never heard the word Sphirot? out of his fucking rat fucking mouth.
Protoplasmic atom.
You never heard Mispar Kaduri, you never heard Mispar Khatan, you never heard none of this language of the Kabbalah. Like you've never, or Gematria, or the Kabbalah. You've never heard about a Sephiroth, or like any of this. Like, unfucking believable. The Kabbalah. You don't even know what Kabbalah Zach's fucking talking about, and he's lying.
In what he calls the state of destitution. Here the divine light cracks the upper 3 vessels meant to hold them, and it shatters the lower 7. Those shards are transformed into the demonic klipot, which now must be redeemed through the theurgy of Kabbalistic tikkun, or reparation. The modern Constitution is kind of the here and
really
now.
Reparation is a concept from the Kabbalah for like the reparation of the spirit,
of both
the
righteousness
soul.
and evil, both of which act to further entrench.
We need reparations, quack!
Back up into the divine harmony and oneness. The process of tikkun or reparation is accomplished by
tikkun or reparation, tikkun,
the
Kabbalah,
through the following of the mitzvot.
Some shit the quack never taught about.
Adam Kadmon, who separates the shards out and restores.
Look at how
them,
complicated this is.
Shattered vessel.
Dude,
However,
that's
the
not
process cannot
4
be
ciphers in English.
fully
I'm
given
sorry,
two
but you people are
separate
fucking
conditions.
frauds.
The first is that a human being generates sins through their lifetime that they themselves fail to redeem. Thus, every soul is regenerated, cycle after cycle, Gilgul, into new bodies to do further mitzvot, but also to redeem those sins of their past lives in that process of Gilgul Hanashemot, the rolling of the souls. Now, Van Helmont realizes that this is probably the...
Dude, why would Gematria Jewish rabbis even gamble at all when they could just own the entire fucking team? Why would they gamble? Why would they need to sports gamble if they own the entire fucking team? Whether you gamble or win or lose, they still own the entire fucking team. Like, why do they need to gamble? They don't. They need to sell you gambling. Why the fuck would the fucking ruling elite need to fucking win or lose in gambling when they own the entire... They own all the gambling LLCs? I mean, unbelievable. Whether you win or lose in gambling, they fucking own all the gambling and they don't do fake gematria. The fuck?
On the development of similar notions.
You think you're gambling? You're gambling. You're like using their product. You're a user, you're a heavy gematria user, and you're a fat, stupid loser. And you're a snitch, and you're a fraud. And you're gambling, you're sports gambling gematria. When the people that gave you that fake gematria own the fucking leagues. You ain't, how are you gonna put a dent in their fucking ownership level that's over your like the level you're operating on, which is like the gambling level? You're a customer. You're my fucking customer. These are my fucking customers. These are my customers. Unbelievable.
The second phase is...
Dude, we need to order fucking like tasers for these customers. Like, Jesus Christ.
Us to fully realize their redemptive works in this plan of salvation.
Unbelievable.
And good deeds are mitzvot. This will culminate in the purification of religion, including, of course, the ultimate conversion of the Jews, but also the destruction of Roman pagan Christianity prior to the end of the metaphysical exile. The final culmination...
Dude, what if the quack fucking got tasered next time? Instead of like jumped by Antifa, what if they just tasered his bitch ass, threw him in a van, and like disappeared his bitch ass?
And the Messiah will rule with the Divine Father for the eternal...
What if someone ran up on fucking Zachary K. Hubbard with a taser and just flopped his ass out?
The God of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of glory. The texts come to a dramatic, if not bit of a sudden staccato ending. In a tour de force of only about 70 pages, Von Helmont has effectively created a rather subversive theology, one in which some of the most basic elements of Orthodox Christianity are undermined before clearly...
Hey, bro.
Are sort of
Can I
smuggled
just
in.
play your video, the audio of it? Because I'm going to drive off, and I'm not going to sit here and hold the video, try to hold the video when I'm trying to drive. Do you think your video will make a lick of shit of sense if I just listen to it as audio, or will it? Because I'm not going to sit here and hold the video up if it's hella long, and I'm about to drive off.
Would achieve escape
But
velocity.
I'll listen to the video. I hope the video makes sense. Just listening to it.
To convert the Jews. And as such, it paves the way for the development.
That's asking way too much if I gotta show it, but it's good you got the video going.
This very text, Kabbalah Denudata, though not this specific text of von Helmont, unfortunately, would go on to be translated by MacGregor Mathers, co-founder of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn in 1887.
S.R. MacGregor Mathers,
one of the
co-founders of the Order of the Golden Dawn.
Renaissance. It's still in print, and it's still as unreliable a translation as you can get, unfortunately. But you might be wondering still, a lot of what von Helmont and previous Kabbalists discovered in Kabbalistic texts like the Sefer Zohar, it does seem to map onto Christian theological concepts rather elegantly. And you'd be right to think that, but not probably because there's some shared mystical core or perennial philosophy at work between the two traditions, or at least that's not totally the reason. As has been shown by scholars of the Zohar like Yehuda Liebes, the composers of the Sefer Zohar self-consciously imported some elements of Christianity, especially the Trinitarian nature of the first three Sephirot, specific elements of Messianism, the Shekhinah.
How come you never heard the word Sephirot or Shina or Shekinah or none of this shit from Zachary K. Hubbard, where he wasn't just lying about it?
Now, this was done, at least in part, to compete against the mass conversions that were following the Maimonidean controversy, a kind of anything the Christians can do, we can do better strategy to prevent the hemorrhaging of conversion. But in a somewhat hilarious turn of events, Christians now 2 centuries later would discover these seemingly Christian elements in texts like the Zohar, and believing that they were divine secrets revealed to Moses, secretly passed down to Shimon Bar Yochai and his circle, and then revealed to the world in the Sefer Zohar in the 13th century, took them as evidence for the primeval truth of Christianity. Thus, the circles of those that composed the Sefer Zohar had the strange fate of infusing Christian elements into a text, which were later discovered by Christians, then taken to be
Gematriaholics Anonymous live.
Gematriaholics Anonymous is now! We are here to slay Gematrians! It's your host, Gematrians, Cuts 1! And I'm the Gematriah Slayer! Yeah, let's fucking slay ass quacking chaotic truth looking at Hubbard and Frost like this fucking lie.
Wrong one again.
Why don't you pull up yet, you quick ass bitch? Come try it out here, you'll be a Jesuit ritual left in a ditch. Your gematria is so fucking fake and it's time put it to rest. R.I.P. to quackology and you be straight to the test. Frauding with hate and fear, propaganda and news. Come try it, Zach, I'll slay you down to your the juice. What's up? Everyone is cuz when it...
Look.
The gematria effect. His gematrians are special, there was some kind of defect. Gematria slaying is how I barbecue the quack. Gonna sign up and hit the like the gematria rat pack. Yeah, your boy Cuts one slaying that quack motherfucker in chaotic truth. Where you at quacky with a gematria rap booth? Manly P Hall? Nope, your gematria didn't come from the alias the Crawley. Nah, bitch, your gematria didn't come from the Crawley rat. The Kabbalah, that's Hebrew dead brain fuck. Everything that comes out of Zach's mouth is a quacking duck. What's up? Gematriaholic Anonymous, the Gematria Slayer. Come to the show now and in the Gematria players. I agree on the Gematria effect. His Gematrians are special and with some kind of defect. Gematria slaying is how I barbecue the quack. Come sign up and hit the like to hit Gematria rat pack. I'm slaying these Gematrian twats all day. Hey, how about a fraud? Your Gematria is gay. I'm not playing with these Gematrians and let's get the gambling commission on you. You're a snitch and desperate fraud. You hover rat.
Holy shit, some Lexus is getting pulled over with a jacked side tire.
Vaccinating Scientology. Your co-members are so fucking stupid and make the work look bad. You use the CT to get clout. How fucking pathetic is that? What's up? Everyone is cuz when Gematriaholic Anonymous, the Gematria Slayer. Come to the show now and in the Gematria players. Zachary Hubbard of the Gematria effect. His Gematrians are special and with
You are wrong.
some kind of defect.
Good video, man. That's funny. It's too bad there's only like 2 viewers going. I gotta slide up out of here.
You're wrong.
Unfortunately, I can't show this video more because I gotta drive out.
Gematria players, Zachary Hubbard of the Gematria
It sounds
effect.
good.
His Gematrians are special and with some kind of defect.
The CHP just pulled over some like Mercedes Benz with like, it looks like he fled from them and his tires are all smashed. Unbelievable. I'm out of here.
He believes that the entire world is fake, being run by hidden force of evil, Jesuits, and the law, the Illuminati powers that be at Satan who control elections, terrorist attacks, the weather, natural disasters, sporting events, and celebrity politician death by sacrificing them by the numbers on a near daily basis for no apparent reason. Yes, this is actually what he believes. He is so sure, in fact, he's willing to put his entire family on the line on the bet that he's not wrong.
You are the worst!
Good morning, students. How are we all feeling today? I would like to share with you all my...
No! Dude! No fucking way!
Hold on. They logged me out. I gotta log back in. Jesus Christ.
No! We'll run out of steam here pretty soon.
Look! They put a little suit on him!
He proves all this to be secret weapon through Gematria, his very own conspiracy theory which claims that the powers that be are the ones responsible for all of this. He runs a blog site Even though humanity is the most important work to the truth community. In December 2020, Hubbard launched Humanity. It's promoted as a Gematria free channel about other types of crankery, which Hubbard launched after fathering that the majority of the world's population doesn't give two hoots about numbers that any clown can manufacture on a daily basis. Naturally, there is nonetheless some Gematria included in a few videos available on this writing. Origin story. Hubbard was born in Portland, Oregon on July 21st, 1983. While his parents raised him at Lutheran, he no longer identifies as religious, nor as a practicing Christian. He did not, however, lose his faith in God. He believes that God placed him on the earth on the exact day and in the exact
Wrong again.
location where he was born, even gave him his exact name as divine signs. These were, he claimed, sacred gifts from God to send him a mission and expose the entire world as being rigged by means of Gematria. In other words, God allegedly used Gematria to help Hubbard defeat Gematria. He is quite critical of atheism, falsely identifying it as a religion. On September 11th, 2001, as thousands of innocent lives died, the entire faked attack unfolded. Hubbard took notice to the footprints the Jesuits had. Somehow, don't ask how, mistakenly left out in the wide open. 9/11, it was just like 911, the emergency dial number in the U.S. While this can easily be explained by coincidence, not to Hubbard, to him. You are a racist, man! You are a racist! There was no way that was by chance. He later found even more irrelevant data to shoehorn into his narrative clues, such as that the World Trade Center towers began construction in 1968, the same year 911 became the U.S. styling command. As he researched American Airlines Flight 77, and he found something truly extraordinary. Flight 787 was in the air for 787 minutes. The Pentagon is 787 feet tall, and it's located on the 787 This, according to Hubbard, was his great awakening. He finally had indisputable
This guy sucks ass.
proof that our entire world is fake. Using his newly acquired knowledge, Hubbard set himself on a mission to destroy all sources of evil and horror forever. We flash forward to 2013. After many years trying to find his way, Hubbard discovered what he was looking for all these years, Gematria. Armed with his newly acquired knowledge, Hubbard took on his truth seeker identity and set sail on his epic quest to destroy the alleged powers that be, to bring about a
So I'm actually just going to negate. So I'm actually just going to negate both of them. So it's a win-loss for him. So
school teacher to be terminated at request to the state of Washington. We'll verify that one Zachary K. Hubbard was never a public school teacher to begin with, while adding fluff to age.
I'm faking you. I'm faking you. Fuck you! If you don't run the Patreon, then die!
So if you buy this guy's gambling, you lose a shit ton in gambling, and you don't learn gematria. Got it.
Just fuck you! If you don't run the Patreon, then die! It's the trolls, you losers, can become just accusers. Just fucking shut your oyster. Sound like you get it. No, dogs and melt up, you fuck stick. I want someone to break into your house and bash your skull in with a dick. Just get dragged into a pit. How about a fraud? Please just die. Nobody won't sign up to a Patreon and leave them be threatened to buy. You would die more fucking disgusting rats. Just get your skulls bashed in with your stupid cats. You fraud everyone on the internet for no reason. How about a fraud? Get that oyster mouth fixed when I bash in your jaw. You're a fucking human fuck, twat rat fraud of Hubbard that snitches. Hopefully someone deep fried you in bear mace in some ditches.
This is
I miscounted.
Fraud. I miscounted.
New Year! Let's go, Ace! New Year.
Hello, Gematriaholics. Oh, not another one. Holics Anonymous. We are live. We are out.
Unbelievable!
Side. Are you a Gematriaholic? We are here. We are live.
You're so bad, useless.
It's Cuts One. We are living outside. Cuts One. Brutalizing.
Dude, check it out. This is the sweetest thing I've ever done. Look at how the crack is centered right in the middle. Oh my god. More people have to see this picture, you guys. I've got to put it on the internet. No, wait. Kidding. I just had the greatest idea ever.
Quack, name Zachary K. Hubbard, a fucking fraud, slandering bitch. This rat bitch is the #1 internet.
Callie? Hey, it's Peter Griffin. Yeah, that's right, senior prom. Yeah, no, it's been a while. Yeah. So, listen, I just found out I'm retarded, and I'm just calling to let you know, you might want to get yourself tested. Now,
I went through the Kabbalah and found no 4 ciphers in English. You duck, I went thought secret teachers. 5. You're a lying fuck. I went through Alistair Crowley as well. You fucking rap motherfuckers. Dalima Hermetic. How the fuck is it possible this quack acts like Crowley's evil fraud spawn? You sick ass motherfucking name your daughter Ruby. You know damn well there's a ritual Crowley did with her name. Go smoke a Get your gun! Cause one here I showed you all Jesuits don't do this gematria garbage. Zach is always to be wrong, straight up out of yardage. Gematriaholics and animals. We're live. We're outside.
Something we can bank on.
This is Gematriaholics Anonymous, here we are again. Time to expose the front of the hubba, let it begin. Gematriaholics all around, scamming dogs and line of harming the truth.
Started English gematria was John Skeleton. Zach, your rat, skinny ass, you're a giant Japanese skeleton. Yo, shit is straight up trash. For real, pay me back now, motherfucker, that's the deal. When are you gonna pull up like you said you would? I work a real job, you fucking clown, you wish you could. Yeah, cause we're hosting Gematriaholics Anonymous as we all live. Living outside, my goal is to expose this fraud in this Patreon, because you'll lose, it's the only downside.
That's not a bet.
Yeah, I mean, one reception for one of their main receivers. Sorry, not going to give you a point for this because he's got 4. Nor am I going to count it against you, so it's just going to be negated.
Fucking fuck! You tell me near, you out of luck. You Jesuit bastard, fuck head. You know, sweet lady is a Jesuit
Wrong, I'm
volunteer. Get your duck ass to bed. Yeah. I found the definite. It's time, again.
Yeah, no, this is just proving all the fraud. It's just proof that it's gambling fraud.
Jesuit accuser, Jesuit loser, Jesuit accuser, Jesuit abuser. Now it's the Jesuit diffuser. Zachary.
This guy sucks ass!
I'm gonna rap, fuck twice, this sits on his lazy ass all day doing fake gematria. Go and gamble, it's all you care, you say.
This guy sucks.
A bunch of garbage from his Patreon on a sports bet. Go crowd of Jesuits, a new world order is taking over. Gambling is just...
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. We need to follow up with the Washington State Gambling Commission and see where we're at.
Because of humans and perfect flaw, the system.
No! Wait! Oh my god! Oh my god!
The Washington State Gaming Commission, the WSGC.
Lies on it, and meanwhile Gematrians are wasting their time doing gematria with the fraud of Hubbard. Stupid rat clown that's a garbage piece of humans.
Good morning, students. How are we all feeling today? I would like to share with you all my... No! Dude! No fucking way! Dude! That words are like bullets. And if you get...
That's the little Cartman video for when they dress up Zachary K. Hubbard in a little suit eventually.
No, it's okay. He'll run out of steam here pretty soon.
Look, they got his little bitch-ass Hubbard in a little suit. Ha 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 ha!
Look! They put a little suit on him!
Look, they put a little suit on Quackery. Like, what a fucking joke.
Now you think you're Jesuit with the fuser, but you're
Stupid? Are you a stupid person?
Your DOJ ID just reported this year that there was thorough vetting by the bid.
Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because
You're dragged away, get ready to sing.
Now you think you're just with the future, but you're only the just with the future. Blame your mercy, bullshit trash. Here you are on YouTube, ready to bash. You think you're just with the future, but really you're the just loser.
You suck at this. You're the Jesuit diffuser, or really you're the Jesuit abuser. Time to shut your rat oyster mouth up. Come down the truck.
You finally got one right.
But you know what's up.
You get one sports gambling bet right out of like 56, and you're like, congrats to the winners.
And we just explain how you're an abuser. You lie about everyone you talk about because you're a narcissist, egotistical, compulsive, lying psychopath.
Gematriaholics Anonymous!
Dude, this is literally a video my buddy just made where he's like going through the Quacks like Patreon fucking Gematria or whatever the fuck. And it's like literally wah, 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 losing every fucking thing this motherfucker says.
You're really bad at this.
Alright, I got one.
Yeah, let's fucking go! Slaying this quacking chaotic truth left, getting Hubbard and Frost slay with his fucking lies. Why don't you pull up yet, you quack ass bitch? Come try it out here, you'll be a Jesuit ritual left in the ditch. Your gematria is so fucking fake and it's time put it to rest. RIP to quackology and you be straight to the test. Riding with hate and fear, propaganda and news. Come try it, Zach, I'll slay you down to you the juice. What's up? Everyone is cuss when the Gematriaholic Anonymous, the Gematria Slayer. Come to the show now and in the Gematria players. I could re-Hubbard of the Gematria effect. His Gematrians are special and with some kind of defect.
Fucking tards.
Playing is how I barbecue the quack. We catch one slaying that quack motherfucking chaotic. Booth, Manly Hall? Nope, your gematria didn't come from that alias and Crowley. Nah, bitch, your gematria didn't come from the Crowley rat. The Kabbalah, that's Hebrew dead brain fuck. Everything that comes out of Zach's mouth is a quack and duck. What's up? Everyone is class for the Gematriaholic Anonymous, the Gematria Slayer. Come to the show now and in Gematria.
You know, for once, Calloway, you're right.
Players, I can read under the Gematria effect. His Gematrias are special and with some kind of defect. Gematria playing is how I barbecue the quack. Come sign up and hit the lights and hit Gematria rat pack. I'm slaying these Gematrian twats all day. Hey, how about the front? Your Gematria is gay. I'm not playing with these Gematrians and let's get the gambling.
You know, this amount of losing isn't actually uncommon for gambling people. This amount of losing is actually not uncommon for common problem gamblers. Problem gamblers always lose all the time. Problem gamblers, mostly, they always lose. Mostly.
With fake quackology, your doy boy majored in quaxinating Scientology. Your cult members are so fucking stupid.
Most problem gamblers lose like 90% of the time, more than they win. That's just how gambling works. Most gambling losers, most gambling fraudsters lose 90% of the time. That's the nature of gambling.
Going to negate it. This one doesn't count against him, and it will not count for him. He really needs to stop doing this.
Spit and make the work look bad. You using CT to get clout. How fucking pathetic is that? What's up? Everyone is cuz when a Gematriaholic anonymous, the Gematria slayer. Come to the show now and then the Gematria players. Zachary Hubbard of the Gematria effect. His Gematrias are special and with some kind of defect.
No, it's fucking hilarious. And your end is near 44. This shit is fucking hilarious, but the problem is the Gematrians are too fucking stupid to understand what we're doing or what this actually even is. I mean, we're talking about a gambling fraud scheme cult of fucking scum. It doesn't matter if they're losers and they're wrong. It's a cult of fucking scum.
Gematria effect. His Gematrias are special and with some kind of defect. Gematria slaying is how I barbecue.
They're literally too stupid to understand the difference between something legit and pure fucking fake Gematria gambling fraud.
Hello, Gematriaholics Anonymous. We are live. We are outside. Are you a Gematriaholic?
I believe Hubbard changed it inside with the Panthers at the last minute. He put it on the top of the page. So I'll have to review the video. If he did pick the Panthers, he didn't change the notes here. Well, unfortunately, Hubbard, it's not going to fly, so it's going to end up negating, and you won't get a point or lose.
Secret teachers, you're a lying fuck. I went through Alistair Crowley as well, you fucking rat motherfuckers. Delima, hermetic order of the Golden Dawn. How the fuck is it possible this quack acts like Crowley's evil fraud spawn? You sick ass motherfucker, name your daughter Ruby. You know damn well there's a ritual Crowley did with an English with perfect gematria doobie. Using tools as a rat, bitch troll, undercover spy. Zach, you're
Fucking everything.
entire existence is based off of cause one hosting Gematriaholics Anonymous as we are living outside. My goal is to expose this fraud and this Patreon because you lose, it's the only downside. Fraud, ducking, fucking fuck. Your time ain't clear, you're out of luck. You're just with bashing fuck. You know sweet ladies are just
You serious?
with volunteer. Get your duck ass to bed. Cause one here I show you don't do this gematria garbage. Zach is always to be watched by the yardage. Only person who started English gematria was John Skeleton. Zach, your rat, skinny ass
ass, you're a giant Japanese skeleton. Your shit is straight up trash.
Whoa, you stick.
Pay me back now, motherfucker, that's the deal. But now you gonna pull up like you said you would. I work a real job, you fucking clown, you wish you could. Yeah. Cause we're hosting Gematriaholics Anonymous as we are living outside. My goal is to expose this fraud and this Patreon because you'll lose, it's the only downside. Fraud, ducking, fucking fuck, your time in near, you out of luck. You just went past your fuck head, you know sweet lady is a just went falling. Yeah, get your duck ass back. Yeah. I found the definition of gematria, you right stay. It's just Hebrew language, everything you do is a lie, it's all in vain. Why would Jesuits just be doing none of the games you pull? Everything you Gematrians do and say is just bull. I can't stand the awful things you people do and say, dogs and slander.
This guy sucks ass.
And fraud in every single day. We looked up how cults are formed and how leaders use tactics. Your rhetoric is just prejudice, prophylactics. How are you teaching gematria? Jesuits are not the Knights Templar, nor the New World Order. Nothing about 201 is about the Jesuit disorder. You're the #1 cherry picking fraud on YouTube. You're a lying Jew. Let's cost you later. You need some big pharma lube. Use them a baby to shield yourself from people exposing you. You were fucking disgusting. Zachary K. Hubbard, how dare you? Yeah. Cause we're hosting Gematriaholics Anonymous as we are living outside. My goal is to expose this fraud and this Patreon because you'll lose, it's the only downside. Fraud, ducking, fucking fuck, your time is near, you're out of luck. You just went back and fuck, hey, you know sweet lady is a Jesuit volunteer.
Yeah, I just really want to do the prop bets for this game. I've been betting this video all day. The point's about to be proven. So right here, I'm going to tally up the props and the games on how Hubbard did, and you decide for yourself if you think I'm right or wrong. Other than that, here they are.
Games lost 14, games won 11. Iffy props and games 9. Props lost 78, props won 19. Again, if you count the ones with the receptions that exceeded the amount he called, then sure give him those points. But he would still have 70 player prop bets wrong, plus I didn't count all the other games. His win-loss game
by storm, how a Hollywood hit was made without a single camera.
It's looking like the hottest hit of the holiday season. Weeks since it opened, Americans have flocked to see Toy Story.
The world of cinema as we know it will change forever when Disney's new film Toy Story goes on release.
With an initial budget of $30 million.
Anyways, you guys are no fun. Thanks a lot for nothing. Fuck you and your fake gematria. Curse on you and your families. Go straight to fucking hell. Peace and love to the people that are decent and good, but I mean, most of you fucking gematria gambling fucking scum, fake sports gematria gambling fraud fucking scum, fuck you. Curse on you and your families. Go straight to hell. Suck a bag of 56 dicks, you fucking scum. Fuck you. Curse on you and your families. I'm out.